All right. Well, at least high blood pressure is a tangible malady because, for the most part, it seems like Americans nowadays are fantasizing more exotic illnesses than Michael Crichton punching up Barbra Streisand's tour cancellation notice. Now, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but an increasing number of people seem to be exhibiting identical symptoms: uncontrollable whining, ceaseless complaining, and persistent worrying. Concerned medical experts have diagnosed this problem as an epidemic breakout of, yes, that's right, hypochondria, the all-in-your-head cold. Now, like the Supreme Court's description of pornography, hypochondria is impossible to define, but you know it when you see it. It's a collection of real and imagined symptoms that add up to the fact that you are more obsessed with your health than Humbert Humbert would be with Marcia Brady. Hypochondria is essentially an upper-middle-class disease. You rarely see a poor guy blowing a paycheck on a specialist because he thinks the crisscross pattern he got on the backs of his legs from sitting on lawn furniture is the flesh-eating bacteria. Despite nearly 2,000 years of medical knowledge, doctors have yet to come up with a fix for hypochondria. And really, why should they? I mean, it's easy money. They have as much motivation to cure hypochondria as Peter Tork does to cure nostalgia. Those who are not worried about their health would say that hypochondriacs have their heads up their ass. Well, of course they do, because they're checking for polyps. Now, one easy way to gauge this boy who cried Epstein-Barr epidemic is to peruse your local magazine kiosk. You've got health, men's health, women's health, Michael Jackson's health, prime health, natural health, alternative health, and the newest one, hey, Jimmy, what's that on your face? These magazines lure their neurotic reader base into the psychosomatic tent with teaser headlines like, sitting or standing, which is worse? Toothpaste, the silent killer. And why you must never blink again. Another cause of hypochondria is the demystification of medicines. Doctors used to be these godlike figures who came down from Mount Stethoscope to cure our afflictions with their Hippocratic magic. But now, with a cure for most common illnesses on the supermarket shelf right next to the Slim Jims, any shithead who gets Quincy on cable thinks he could have saved JFK with a pipe cleaner and some baking soda. Now, personally, I take exception to the label hypochondriac. I prefer to think of myself as spectacularly self-absorbed. I have been to so many doctors' offices for the past 30 years that I can identify the tribe of pygmies in National Geographic by the color plate in their lips. Sure, I wash my hands 50 times a day, but that's not because I'm afraid of catching a cold. I just can't get them clean. Really, I did something horribly, horribly wrong many years ago, and I can't get them clean. My wife and I have a simple system to deal with what she calls my problem. I tell her I'm not feeling well, and she tells me to shut the fuck up. Of course, I'm not alone. Talking about our ailments has become a national pastime, more popular than going to the movies, playing baseball, or blowing the president while he eats a piece of apple pie. Although with Clinton involved, it might very well be cherry pie. But just because... We're waiting for Monday, Bill. 2 enter, 1 leave, 2 enter, 1 leave. But just because we all kvetch about our health to one degree or another, it doesn't make it right. Let's face it, life is a gift even more fleeting than the career of the fine young cannibals, and you can't enjoy the ride if you're constantly checking the dashboard for warning lights. But there are some definite signs that you might be a hypochondriac, like if your medical ID bracelet says everything, or if you feel fine and then worry that your complete and utter lack of symptoms is the first sign of an incredibly rare medical condition called anti-symptomiasis, or if you read Kafka's Metamorphosis and thought, hey, I have that, and most importantly, if you find yourself automatically turning your head to cough in the middle of a hand job. Of course, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.